Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Nvidia stock, it's up 4.35%. So as expected, Nvidia bouncing and going all the way up to, just like I said in my last video, 800 and getting a rejection and now trading at 795, but it's up on the day over 4%. Now where Nvidia can go from here? Definitely breaking above 800 opens the door for a move up to 5-day moving average right here, 823.68 up to even 840. Now also keep that in mind, Nvidia breaking down from this neckline, from this double top. Yes, we can come up all the way up to 840 to retest this neckline, and then possibly can come down all the way down to this gap 688 right down here. So keep that in mind. Just because we're getting a bounce does not mean that Nvidia going back up to all-time highs. So watch out right here on Nvidia stock. 800 needs to break, and then you're going to see a little bit more upside, 823.68 up to even 840. And once we get up to 840, then we can possibly talk about more upside on Nvidia stock. Below 800, there will be strong support down here at 745, and now lower Bollinger Band sitting at 788. So that's going to be also a support to watch going into tomorrow's session. And then strong support down here, 745, and then this gap right down here, 688. On Apple stock, it's up 0.5%, and Apple got up to 167. And if you look at my screen, exactly at 167, we have negative sloping 5-day moving average, touching it, getting a rejection, and also coming down and taking out 166 and now trading at 165.84 right here, only up 0.5% on Monday. So going into tomorrow's session right here on Apple, guys, above 167, you're going to see Apple going all the way up to 170, and below 167 Apple cannot break and hold. You're going to see Apple coming down all the way down to the next support, lower Bollinger Band right here, 164 and then 162. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X. It's totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. And let me share some fantastic plays from today, guys. This was SPY ETF early in the morning. Look at this, right after opening, getting some puts, 496, and pretty much going in the money, over the money. Fantastic, took profit right here, and then this thing went back up to the upside. Now yes, I do have another short position, and that is green, shorted just above 502, and that is also green and just holding overnight. Now also, this was even better. CRM was actually on top of my list this morning to trade this stock, and just after opening, guys, right here, got into puts 265, and look at this dump off, gave away 10 bucks and took profit right here just above 270. So this was another fantastic trade today. So all these trade ideas, and especially if you guys are serious about trading, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. On Microsoft, it's up 0.46%, so Microsoft getting under 400, going down to 395, almost coming down to close this gap at 390. We got a bounce, strong bounce off of that level, went back up to almost 403, and now finally trading above 400. So here on Microsoft, we do have earnings coming out this week, and that is on Thursday. Above 400, Microsoft can run all the way back up to 406, 5-day moving average, up to even 413. Below 400, this thing can come down all the way down to this gap, and there will be strong support right here at 390, and below 390 we also have support down here 385, 380, and then this gap right here at 376. On Amazon stock, it's up 1.49%. So Amazon exactly right here, just above 178.33. I actually got puts this morning 175 and pretty much going in the money, over the money. This was a fantastic trade on Amazon. And now you can see Amazon came down to 174, got a bounce off of this lower Bollinger Band, went back up, and now trading right here, just slightly around 177.32, not even holding quite 50-day moving average right here, and just trading around 50-day moving average 177.32. So that's going to be a level to watch as a support. Right now it's just hanging in here around 177. So, I would give benefit of the doubt. Maybe there might be some bounce back up to the upside 180. That is possible. But if you look at my screen, definitely setting up a lower high today on this bounce. And now this downtrend can also continue. Soon as this Bollinger Band comes down even more, you're going to see continuation to the downside all the way down to this gap, at least in the short term, 170.23. So going into tomorrow's session, guys, there will be support right here if we can stay above 177.32. Above that, you're going to see a move all the way back up to 180. And below 177.32, the next support 174.85, lower Bollinger Band 173, just like we saw on Friday. And below 173, things will be clear that Amazon wants to come down and close this gap 170.23 right down here. On Google stock, it's up 1.43%, so Google getting a strong bounce off of this support again, 155, going back up to 159.19, and now trading close to 158. And if you look at my screen, trading above 155. So here on Google, guys, as long as Google can stay above 155, that is still bullish, and Google can go all the way up to 160, 161.11, and possibly up to this high right here, close to 162. Now at some point you see Google actually breaking down below 155, then you're going to see Google coming down all the way down to 150.28 to retest lower Bollinger Band down here, and possibly down to this support 148, and then this gap just below 145. On Meta, it's absolutely flat on the day, and Meta was all over the place today. We saw a gap up this morning, and then everything faded, came back all the way down to this gap, almost down here, 469, 473.40, and then we saw a rally back up, and then at the end, nothing really happened, and pretty much flat on the day. So I know exactly what's happening here on Meta. With earnings coming up, there is a lot of investors just watching, buying the dip, selling the rip, and just watching and not really holding on to it until they see earnings that is coming out on Thursday. So here on Meta, or actually Wednesday, guys, on 24th, Meta coming out with earnings. So this is gonna be a big one, and that can actually move the market, especially Nasdaq 100. And why we got a bounce? I mean, look at this. It was touching and going below lower Bollinger Band, which is sitting at almost 476, came down to 473. We saw immediate oversold bounce back up to the upside, and now trading at 481.73. So Meta here, I mean, if you shorted at 490, definitely you had a really good chance. But knowing that earnings coming up in just a matter of 2 days, options are expensive and jacked up, so you cannot really trade Meta. I mean, unless you're really, into Meta and you want to spend that much money buying those contracts, then yes, 490 was a short opportunity right here. We got negative sloping 5-day moving average and also a resistance right here at 490. We got slightly above 490, 492, and that was it. This thing came back all the way down to 473. So here on Meta, guys, right here, 490, that's going to be a strong resistance to watch. And just above 490, Meta will have resistance at 494.37, 50-day moving average, 500, and then 503, 20-day moving average. Below 490, watch out, lower Bollinger Band right here as a support, 476, 470 right here, and then this gap just below 470 at 469. On Tesla, stock is down 3.40%, so another gap down here on Tesla and getting down to 138 and holding on to 142 as a support into closing, trading below lower Bollinger Band, extremely oversold on daily and weekly time frame. Now we do have earnings coming out tomorrow night from Tesla, so that is something to watch. Maybe that can actually help Tesla possibly get out of this downtrend, and we could see some upside on Tesla stock. So going into tomorrow's session, watch out 142, that's gonna be your line in the sand, and now 146, that's gonna be a resistance to watch. This gap on top and above 146, watch out for a move up to 152, and then this gap 153.78. I think expected move here on Tesla for earnings tomorrow night. It's like 17-18 bucks, so yes, this thing can move tomorrow night. On AMD, it's up 1.36%, so AMD now holding above 148, and that's gonna be your line in the sand for tomorrow. That's gonna be a strong support to watch, and below that, lower Bollinger Band at 146 and then 138. As long as AMD can stay above 148, watch out for a move back up to negative sloping 5-day moving average, this blue line, 153.57, and AMD can actually break and hold above this blue line, then you're going to see more upside, possibly up to 162 13-day moving average, and then 164 up to this gap, 166.55. So Netflix going absolutely flat on the day and getting down to 542, coming back up and trading above 550 and not even coming up to retest right here 564. And look at this, guys, extremely oversold. Lower Bollinger Band sitting at 570 and the stock itself trading at 554. So going into tomorrow's session, 550, 528, 506, and then this gap 498 right here. These are going to be strong levels to watch to the downside, and definitely 528, that's going to be a strong support. Now to the upside, we get some sort of counter trend rally at dead cat bounce, then watch out for the resistance right here at 564 and above 564. This thing can go up a little bit more to retrace lower Bollinger Band sitting at 570, and above that, watch out for a move back up to 588. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.